Walking into a sandwich franchise and watching a worker slice meat suggests a traditional neighborhood deli experience. However, most modern U.S. chains rely on industrial processing rather than artisanal butchery to maintain their massive national supply chains. These proteins are engineered for long shelf lives, uniform shapes, and hyperpalatability using laboratory techniques. From water weight injection to chemical binders, the industry has mastered the art of making processed products look like home-cooked roasts. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here are 5 hidden truths major U.S. franchises prefer you did not consider.
With more than 42,000 restaurants in over 100 countries, Subway has the most locations of any fast food chain on the planet. And at first that sounds like a sign of a thriving subgiant.
And still is today about Subway is really an open kitchen format. In many ways, they really pioneered that and the ability to customize your sandwich.
Subway's famous giant foot-long sandwiches are made right before your eyes, the way you want them.
Subway's closed thousands of stores in the last 3 years and saw a 25% fall in business from 2012 to 2017.
1. The reality of restructured proteins, Subway. Why number 1? Customers often assume turkey or ham comes from a single muscle cut, but U.S. giants like Subway frequently use restructured meat. In high-volume food service, turkey breast is often a composite product. Scraps of meat are ground or emulsified and mixed with binders like carrageenan. This mixture is pressed into a mold and cooked into a uniform log for easy slicing. This ensures every slice in all 20,000-plus U.S. locations is identical to reduce waste and increase profit. However, the texture is often rubbery rather than flaky, and the nutritional density is lower than a natural roast. Those perfectly circular slices are an industrial feat, not a traditional cut.
The brand redefined fast food with fresh ingredients that customers could see. Compared to other fast food chains at the time, it felt healthy. And it worked.
In the late 70s and in the 80s and in the 90s, everyone knew about Subway. I mean, they were everywhere. They're still everywhere.
By 1981, there were 200 locations across the U.S., and soon after, Subway went international.
The format is pretty simple. You buy a franchise, you get trained, they help you secure a location, they help with a grand opening, and you're open. You're open for business.
2. The 30% water weight trick, Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's. Why number 2? Even premium-leaning U.S. chains like Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's use meats enhanced with significant saline solutions. To keep meat moist during storage and under harsh shop lights, manufacturers inject raw protein with a solution of water, salt, and sodium phosphates. This can increase the weight of the meat by up to 30%. Sandwich shops pay for this water weight at a lower cost than pure protein and pass that cost to you. The phosphates act as an emulsifier to hold water inside the fibers, which mimics the succulence of high-quality meat without the actual beefy flavor.
Get into the holidays, some food safety tips, which is really important, mainly because a lot of people will be cooking who probably don't. What are some of the biggest things you think the community and the health department learned from that?
How to properly handle and prepare food. When we go out, talk to owners, make sure that all of their staff have been trained on handling.
3. The sodium nitrite preservation cycle, Arby's. Why number 3? Major American roast beef chains like Arby's rely on sodium nitrites to maintain a pink, fresh appearance and prevent bacterial growth. Natural roast beef turns gray or brown quickly due to oxidation. To prevent this unappealing look, industrial meats are treated with nitrites to lock in a rosy hue. While effective at stopping bacteria, these chemicals allow meat to sit in coolers for weeks without losing aesthetic appeal. The fresh pink glow of a classic roast beef sandwich is a chemical achievement rather than a sign of a recent cook time in the store kitchen.
I think we try to keep it under $6 a pound just about a year ago.
In 1975, the number of beef cattle in the U.S. peaked at 47.5 million. Today, there's just under 28 million, the lowest number since the 1960s. In August 2024, Americans were paying about $5.58 a pound for ground beef. But this August, it jumped to $6.32 a pound.
4. The liquid smoke and caramel color illusion, firehouse subs. Why number 4? The dark, charred exterior on many deli meats is often an applied coating rather than the result of a real smoking process. Most U.S. sandwich shops do not have smokers on the premises. To give turkey or ham a mesquite or honey-roasted look, manufacturers spray meat logs with liquid smoke and caramel coloring. This creates a fake smoke ring. In reality, the meat was likely cooked in a plastic bag in a large water bath at a centralized factory. The visual cues of fire roasting are superficial additions designed to trick your brain into perceiving a higher level of craftsmanship than actually occurred.
People love it, so there's great demand for it. People want to cook more of it. You know, you didn't make much money raising cattle for the last 10 years, and people don't like to work hard at things that don't pay them. And we have fewer cattle, and people are having to spend more to buy those cattle to turn it into that ground beef. And so it's a chain reaction that has many years of consequence. In fact, Americans will eat more beef this year than last year at record prices.
Our suppliers are just kind of telling us that the cattle supplies are a little bit smaller.
5. The transglutaminase meat glue secret, Jason's Deli and Schlotzsky's. Why number 5? To create large roasts that do not fall apart when sliced thin, some suppliers use an enzyme called transglutaminase, known as meat glue. This enzyme allows food scientists to bond different meat pieces into a single, seamless log. This is common with chicken breast or premium roast beef used by various U.S. franchises. It ensures that when the worker slices the meat, it does not crumble or tear, allowing for the fluffy, high piles of meat seen in television advertisements. While recognized as safe by the FDA, it allows chains to sell whole-looking cuts that are actually comprised of various smaller, cheaper sections.
It's one of those things that I really don't think a lot of people realize that's one of y'all's jobs, right?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
health department
and
has
it's
so
a
many
big,
layers
it's a big job. It is. Yeah, I think one of them, what we talked about the last hour, was no need to wash your poultry, so your turkey or your chicken. If you don't properly clean or sanitize afterwards, then you can spread salmonella to your family members. And the reason being, when the water splashes on the meat in the sink, the bacteria can spread all around the countertop, the sink, all over.
Becoming a savvy American consumer. The convenience of U.S. sandwich shops is undeniable, but deli is often a marketing term rather than a standard of quality. Industrialized deli meats allow chains to scale across the country while keeping prices low, but this often comes at the cost of nutritional purity. By understanding these secrets, you can make more informed choices. Opting for independent shops that roast meats in-house or specifically asking for whole muscle cuts is the best way to ensure you are getting the quality you pay for.